everybody, and welcome to Module 8, The Just Society. Here's another one of those subjects that people don't like to talk about, politics. And a lot of people have been talking about them these days, particularly with everything that's been going on in the world in our current events and our current situation, and how different political figures and governments have handled those situations. The racism, the oppression, COVID-19, and all sorts of other problems that we face in society today. This chapter is going to give you an opportunity to take a look at different political systems, how they work, and to create your own and what you feel might be the ideal government. I know a lot of people right now are feeling very dissatisfied with the way the government is set up, the way it's run, and they would make changes. They think that our world has evolved since George Washington and the early times of our country, and that we need to make changes that are more modern with the times. So we'll take a look at some ancient theories of government that come from the 1700s, but also some that go even further back than that. But a lot of the political ideas that are in our Constitution today came from people like Locke and Mill, and that's who our founding fathers, drew on when they were coming up with things like the Declaration of Independence and that kind of thing. Now, going even further back, we're going to take a look at Hobbes and his idea of society. And he doesn't have a particularly good view of society. So you may find that you agree with Hobbes, and that people are not really all good, they're not born good, and they have to maybe learn to be good. Or maybe they don't learn to be good. And without any kind of social contract, there might be complete anarchy and chaos. But other people believe that humans are essentially good, and they would organize a society in the face of complete anarchy and chaos. They believe that people want to band together and help each other out and help with social problems and solving each other's problems and living in a good community together, a strong community, a solid one. And so those are some of the ideas that we'll be investigating in Chapter 8. So by end of the chapter, you should understand the nature of political philosophy and why the issues it deals with are important. We'll also be taking a look at justice. And if you think back to the beginning of our Chapter 1, when we were discussing a little bit about Plato and the nature of justice, you'll notice that in some of the supplementary materials that I posted, there's a dialogue that goes into what a just society is. And in the Republic, it goes into how to go about creating that just society. Now, different people have different ideas on justice and what might create a just society. And so we'll be able to define things like liberalism, classical liberalism, libertarianism, and welfare liberalism. We'll take a look at democracy and aristocracy and all of those different kinds of governments that we're probably familiar with. And maybe when you're writing up your assignment and discussions this week, you'll think about different pieces that make each of these different types of political systems good and bad, and maybe you'll eliminate the bad pieces, take some of the good from all the different theories, and put them together to create your own system of government. I look forward to seeing what you come up with.